What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna get this 6.0 short block together that you saw me tear down in the last video. So I've been waiting on USPS all day long to drop off these cam bearings. We finally got those, so I went ahead, knocked out the old cam bearings. Camshaft, got that thing cleaned up. It is ready to go. Heads are ready, aside from springs. Cranks ready, bearings. Let's get all this thrown together and get this short block ready to rock and roll. So we are waiting on a few things, head gaskets, lifters, valve springs, but none of that's stopping us from getting this short block together. So if I can get this short block together, the rotating assembly and everything, I'm gonna be over the moon. Just like that, we got all the cam bearings in. All right, now that the crank is in, the main bearings are in, it's time to move on to the rods and pistons. I got one here. I thought about cleaning them off, but it really doesn't matter. But with that said, I'm gonna slap all these rods and pistons in. We're gonna do it in 2 steps. So I'm hitting them all with 30 foot-pounds right now. As you see, that one's 30. 30, 30. So I'm gonna hit them all 30, come back, 54 across the board. You know what, actually, another thing you guys can double check if you're not sure, like if this is your first time putting the bottom end together, sometimes people will put rods in the wrong spot, like they'll flip them or have them facing the wrong way or something. One easy way to check, once you get them torqued down, a lot of assembly lube in there and it's real thick, so it's hard to tell, but any back and forth is good. If they're tight, they're wrong. If you don't have any movement back and forth, take them out, you did something wrong. So, quick run through, all of them. They all move, we're good there. So I'm gonna rotate this around a few times and get everything torqued down, and then we'll get the cam in there. You recording yet?
Yeah.
All right, so next up, now that we got the pistons, rods, cranks, bearing, multiple cranks in there, next up is my favorite step. We're gonna be putting the cam into the engine. Good spot, Maple. So, we gotta get her all looped up.
That's what
That
she
should
said.
do it. Gotta get that lube worked around there.
This feels inappropriate.
You gotta make sure it's all lubed up before you put it in. All right.
What the fuck?
You just slide her in there with those nice new cam bearings. The trick is to scratch them up as much as you can. Perfect.
I see why you like working on engines now.
Can't touch you, dude. Cool beans.
That's it?
That's it. All right, guys. It's cold out here. It went from like 70s and 80s to I think it was like 45, 50 this morning. Wearing the hoodie. So, with the engine, here's where I'm at. It's been a few days. Waiting on head gaskets still. I don't know when they're gonna be here. Got the front end all set up though. Got a 6.2 together. Pulled a cam out of a C5. Should be able to wrap that up today. Here's the 6.2 though. Pretty stoked on it. It's the exact same thing that's in the G8. So if the head gaskets show up today for the 6.0, we're gonna get those slapped on there. We got our BTR dual valve springs. I'm gonna get those thrown into the cylinder heads. Probably waste 2 cans of brake clean on those just to make sure they're all cleaned up. But dude, yeah, intake manifold is over here underneath the wheels. So fingers crossed the head gaskets show up today and we can get this thing turned into a long block and get it painted. I'll be so stoked if we can get to that milestone today. All right, it's been a few hours. I forgot to pick up the camera, but the engine's coming together. These are just set on to keep bugs out. Got the intake over here, drying away from the lights so I don't get bugs on them. The runners are outside of my mobile paint booth. Got the oil pan here. I need to find the windage tray. There it is. That thing's got to get cut down. Get the Sicky pan on. All right, let's jump ahead to the next step. Once that intake dries up a little bit more, I'm gonna get it all assembled, get that bolted on, flip the engine over, and then at that point, we'll get the oil pan on. Day 3 of parts being everywhere and this engine still not being done. So we got maple here and we got parts everywhere. But in this video, we're gonna finish up the long block, post this, and then move on to the trans. So let's get this thing fully done so we can wrap up this video and get it posted. All right, well, here she is. Now it's time to hook up the hoist and get the adapter plate and the trans all bolted up. Need to grab some shorter bolts here. But other than that, good to go. All right, I got the header set on here. Wow, that's close. Let's change that. There we go. Looking half decent. I wanted to see what spark plug clearance, and also I wanted to double check I had clearance between the motor mount and the header, which I do by a good amount. I'm also very happy that ISR provided the best gaskets ever that you could ever ask for. These are just the best gaskets ever. Got another set here, we'll be good. But I'm gonna leave this video off here, or end it here, however you wanna say that. She's looking pretty good. Next up, trans adapter and the CD09. Let's go.